Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Happy Monday. I hope your day is off to a great start. I hope you have a fantastic week. Remember, you're in control of this. How you react to things as they get thrown to you, you control how you react. Remember, energy. What you put out, you get back. Special thanks to you, the criminal justice professional, whatever you were doing, wherever you were at. Thank you for doing it. Remember this. You are honored, cherished, and above all, you are loved. Keep up the fantastic work. I want to take a few moments now and talk about Shatterproof for first responders at FHE Health. I went through this program, amazing program. I'm always talking about it. And it is a great program, not just because I work for them, because, again, I went through it. We are looking for amazing team members to join our team. I have a link in the show notes of career opportunities that we now have available for FHE Health in their Shatterproof program. If you are passionate about giving back to the first responder community, maybe you're retired, maybe you're active, maybe you're reserve, whatever. Maybe you want a change of pace, a new career field. We are looking for you. We're looking for passionate people. So check out our job openings right now. The link, again, is in the show notes. Our campus is located in beautiful Deerfield Beach, Florida. So check it out. And you're going to be surprised at how many great positions we have out there, because we are growing, folks, and that's a good thing. So as we head into this Monday, I want to talk again about Shatterproof. I'm always talking about Shatterproof because I love Shatterproof. I want to talk to you about the admissions process when it comes to going inpatient with our Shatterproof program for first responders. And I can speak to this because, again, I was a patient at Shatterproof a while ago. But I get questions about this a lot. You know, what does the process look like from the time I get on a plane, from the time I go down to Florida, from the time I go into intake? What does all that look like? So I'm going to start at the beginning. So I am a national outreach liaison. My job is to connect with first responder agencies and offer Shatterproof as an option. So say somebody for your organization calls me and says, I have a person that needs some help. Okay. But say I get to talk to you or somebody, whoever, say you, for example, call me and say, hey, Pat, I need some help. We talk for a while and you tell me, okay, I want to commit to treatment. I'm suffering from A, B, and C. Okay. The next step is going to be gathering some information from you. It's all confidential, all private. Gathering information, name, date of birth, what your insurance looks like, or what insurance carrier you have. We're an insurance-based business. We do take out of pocket. I mean, you can pay for it outright, but it's better if you have insurance. So a lot of people have different insurance policies. I mean, whatever you have, there's so many different, there's HMOs, there's PPOs, there's EPOs. So your insurance benefit is going to dictate what type of insurance you have. And in some cases, we don't take certain insurance policies, but we can possibly work with you. But say everything looks okay. Say your insurance looks really good. It's good for FHE and Shatterproof. The next step is going to be our admissions office is going to contact you. I give the admissions your information. They're going to contact you by telephone, and they're going to do like a 15, 20-minute phone assessment. They're going to ask you a variety of questions, again, all confidential, and that's going to be it. If everything looks good with that, we are going to set up travel, logistics. We are going to get you down from wherever you're coming from. We got a lot of people coming from all around the country down to Florida. Say you're coming from Arizona, for example, where I'm at. You're going to fly out of Phoenix. You're going to fly right down to Fort Lauderdale. We are going to pick you up from the airport and take you right to our campus. The drivers are instructed not to stop for a variety of reasons. We're going to take you from A to B. Now, let me back up for a minute. People always want to know, what can I bring? Well, you can bring toiletries, clothes, medications, obviously no contraband, drugs, things like that, because you are going to get searched. All your belongings are going to get searched when you get to the campus. And that's every campus. That's every facility. They're going to search you, again, for obvious reasons. So once you get to intake, they're going to do some questioning. They're going to do some PBT test, a breath test, all this other stuff. Don't worry. I went through it, folks. It's just part of the procedure you're going to have to go through. And then once you get admitted into intake, the intake portion of FHE Health, then it's a matter of, okay, get you clinically, medically stable, and then within a few days, usually a few days, then you're off to literally across the street. You're into the Shatterproof program for first responders. Now, FHE has a lot of programs. We got several programs out there, but we're talking about the program for Shatterproof, the Shatterproof program for first responders. Now, if you're out there listening to this and you're not a first responder, you can still come to FHE. We have other programs on our website. Links are in the show notes, but I'm talking specifically about the first responder program. Now, one thing, again, people always want to know, can I bring my cell phone? Can I bring my laptop and all this other stuff? Yes, you can. But the thing is, when you are in intake, again, I went through it, they are going to take those electronics from you. Now, you're going to get them back when you go to the Shatterproof side. You're going to get all those electronics back. You're going to get back. But when you're in intake, you're not going to have those available. There are landlines in intake that you can use, but you're not going to have your electronics. Again, that's pretty standard in a lot of facilities, if not every facility, in that initial period of intake when you're getting admitted into the facility. So after a few days, we're going to get you over. We try to get our first responders over to the program pretty quick because when you're in intake, you're with everybody. And we've never had any problems with first responders being in with like general population, so to say, in intake. It's usually, you know, we keep the first responders separated as we can, but you're going to go through that. And you might think, well, I thought this was a first responder program. It is a first responder program, Shatterproof, but intake is intake. Everybody goes through intake, and then they get sorted out into different programs after intake. You are going to the Shatterproof program. So like I said, after a couple days, now sometimes intake can be longer for people because maybe you have to detox or something like that. But usually it's a couple days if nothing serious is going on with you. Then you're over to the Shatterproof program. Okay, what does the day in the life of Shatterproof look like? Well, everything, you're on a clock most of the time, meaning you're usually going to start in the morning with group therapy, and some people don't like group therapy. I'm telling you, group therapy is amazing. When you're around other first responders, and they all have their stories of things that they're struggling with, there is a magic that happens in group. All right. Some of you might be laughing at me. I hate group. Well, group is a necessary component. And the more you do it, the more you're going to get comfortable with it. Trust me, I've been there. Then it's individual sessions. You're going to have your own clinician. You're going to have your own counselor. Then it's that. And usually after that, then you're going to be doing things like neurostimulation. You're going to do breath work. You're going to do yoga, not all in the same day, but it's going to be broken up over the days you're in Shatterproof. It's an amazing program, folks. The signature part of Shatterproof in our treatment is really their neurotherapy. And I've talked about this sometimes on my show. I am not an expert. I am not a neuroscientist. I'm not a doctor. But basically, neurostimulation is first we map your brain and we can find out areas based on the image of what areas in the brain you're struggling with. And through subsequent treatment, little micro stimulations of those areas in the brain, we can help the brain heal. The brain can heal, folks. And then it's neurostimulation coupled with all the other different treatment modalities we're doing down there, yoga, breath work, you get nutritional planning. There's a gym to work out. There's a pool there. It's basically apartment style living. There's art therapy. There's dog therapy. There's EMDR. There's all different types of therapy we have down there that you are going to love if you commit to the program. You have to commit, folks. When you're going into treatment, you have to commit to the you don't have to, but you're not going to get anything out of it or very little. If you want to get better, you have to commit to the program. Yeah, and you have to do it for you. You have to do it for you. People say, well, what's the average stay down there? Usually a treatment continuum is about a month, sometimes longer, but we want to keep you down there long enough where those new foundations seep in. We build those new foundations for you, or you build them, we help. We just don't want to get you down there after a week and kick you loose. We want to keep you down there for a period of time. So again, you can learn those new habits and the treatment sinks in. So you're learning something. So if you're going to go down there, you have to get into the program. You have to commit to the program and you will get better. Now, it's an apartment style living down there, and the links are in the show notes. You can check out our beautiful campus. It is gorgeous down there. Recently, we've done some renovations. It is a beautiful campus. Basically, like I said, apartment style living, big apartments, kitchenette, living room, big, huge bedrooms. You usually have roommates, men with men, women with women, but they're all first responders. They're all first responders. And those bonds that you make with those other first responders from all around the country, those bonds you're going to have for a long time, if not your life. So when I was down there for a little over a month, and I loved it so much that I now work for FHE Health and Shatterproof. But when I discharged, the question, okay, what happens when you discharge? Because when you're in treatment, it doesn't matter where you're going, but when you're in treatment, you are in a bubble. You're safe, you're secure, you're being fed, all your needs are being met. But once you discharge, it's life again. It's all that life stuff that's coming at you. And with the program at Shatterproof, you're going to have that foundation, like I said, to go forward with your life and be successful. But I tell people all the time, the real treatment or the real work begins after your treatment, because then you're going back to your environment. Then you're going to have your triggers and all this other stuff. But again, now you have the foundation. Now you have the foundation. And when you are done with Shatterproof, you are now considered alumni. So we still have services available. We have a huge alumni network of people all around the country that is going to be available to you. To you. So I hope that clarified some of the admissions process. Again, I hope I didn't miss anything, but if I did, please reach out to me. Again, I know people, if you are suffering right now and you are scared and you're on the fence of whether or not you should go to treatment, you need to pull the trigger. Literally, for an example, maybe that's a bad example. You need to take action. You need to take action. I know you're scared. I know you're freaked out. I know it's an ego thing. I know because I went through it. But I tell you, going to treatment, going to Shatterproof saved my life. I did the work, but they gave me the foundation. And I hope they can do it for you. If anybody has any questions of me about the admissions process, about what life is like down there, we're just scratching the surface about life down there. It is such a magic place down there, the FHE or the Shatterproof program. It's such an amazing experience down there that I hope you can experience, only if you're suffering, because you deserve the treatment. You put in your time. You need this treatment. If you're a first responder, you need this treatment again. So if you have any questions about anything I've talked about, please reach out to me, 303-960-9819. You can call me anytime. I'm here for you. This is my passion right now in my life. This is my passion, helping you, the first responder, not just cops. I'm talking corrections, dispatchers, paramedics, military, that falls under that umbrella of first responders. We take all first responders from around the country. It truly is a magical place. You're going to love it. You need it. Reach out to me if you have any questions. 303-960-9819. I know I started to give you my number. That's 303-960-9819. Reach out to me today. It's time to take action. Life is short, folks. It's finite. You're not going to live forever. You've been putting off getting help for a long time. Now is the time. And Shatterproof is the best there is out there. Trust me. Best there is. A lot of programs sprouting out up all over the place, touting first responder programs. They have a first responder program. We're the best, folks. That's it. Reach out to me. I can tell you more. If you want more questions or have more questions, reach out to me. And I hope you have a fantastic day. Remember, you're in control of your day, not anybody else. You are. So please be safe. Have a great Monday. Have a great week. check out other episodes I have at CJEvolution.com and check out the YouTube channel by the same name, CJ Evolution Podcast. Go out there, be safe, and God bless.